Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeremy. This is Jeremy Rewinds, and today we're doing Black Friday pickups.
Press start, let the adventures unfold. Retro games.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Like I said, my name is Jeremy. This is Jeremy Rewinds. If you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling button. Help me get this channel growing, y'all. This is so much fun. I love documenting my journey through the video game collecting world that I've been doing for quite a few years now. I do regret, as deep as I am into YouTube videos, I really did try to start doing these videos when I truly only had my Xbox. I had my original Xbox still. I have the guts of it still. I've transplanted them into a Halo Edition shell. Same exact model and everything still, obviously, but I wanted a Halo shell, and I wanted that Xbox because it was my Xbox guts, and it's soft modded. That's just part of my history. I remember sitting in my wife's office when I first started doing some videos about this, and I was thinking to myself, this is going to be epic. It's going to be quite the journey, right? Because I had like a cardboard box like this underneath the desk that I had built for her in her office. Nice little L-shaped desk, very farmhouse style. And I'm going to tell you, it was one of those things of where, like, I was just so excited to have the opportunity to start collecting. And it went from a couple things at the Gucci Will, a couple things online. It started out, as I've told you guys 100,000 times, with $15. I took Retro Rick's $10 game collection, bought a couple of PS3s out of it, flipped them for $70, and the rest is history from there, and it just kept growing. You can do this. You don't have to do it to buy video games like I do. You could flip the money to buy a vacation or a sports car or a, I don't know, whatever you want. You could use it to pay the bills, whatever you want. You could use it to buy a house. But at the end of the day, I would digress. Squirrel. Squirrel. This is a box of video games that I bought, and I bought a lot apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4,
6.5 hours later.
5, 6, 7, 18 games that I know of. There might be more coming. Oh no, in fact, I know there's another one coming. One for sure that I know of, maybe more. I don't know. But I do know that we're going to go over these Black Friday pickups. So let's get into it. Starting with the PlayStation 4 right there. Unfortunately, we have a red disc. I do not like greatest hits games. I know why they do it, but come on, look at that. As they all are blue, red, right? Come on now. It's like GameCube when they did the yellow labels, and PlayStation did the same thing with the PS2, the PS3. I'm sure they're going to do it with the PS5 if they haven't already. It's just one of those things of like, I don't understand why manufacturers have to completely jack the box up. Unless, of course, they know that drives the value of the original one up more because they can get this one so much less. So, I mean, some of these games I picked up for 50% less than what they originally go for. Nintendo, like usual, you'll see the bulk of what I picked up was PS4, PS5, and like 3 Switch games because, you know, Nintendo is just, they just don't ever discount anything. I think Zelda still goes for like $80,000. Anyways, the first one we're going to go over here is Resident Evil 6. This is got the multiplayer DLC, also includes all the maps. It is the garbage red case, but it is what it is. Because I got it on Black Friday price, I'm not going to super complain. You're going to pick up a theme here real quick. Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation 4. I've been on a big Resident Evil kick lately. I've been playing Resident Evil 1 on my PS3, which is obviously upscaling it, runs for HDMI to my 4K TV. Loads way faster on the PS1 or PS3 than it did on the PS1 when I was a kid, let me tell you what. Continuing down the Resident Evil train, Resident Evil 2 on the PS4. Another Welcome to Raccoon City. That one's actually, I think, a super fun game, part 2. You're in the police station. Just a ton of fun. But speaking of Resident Evil 1 and 0, these are the remasters on the PS4. So that's, I think that's 1 in there. I know 0's in there. 1, 2, 3, 6, 0. Anyways, moving on from there, from that PS4, we have The Man from Medina. This is the Dark Picture series. These I picked up because I've been kind of on somewhat of a, I hate to say, horror video game kick lately. Probably ever since I played Madison, which was creepy and What a horrible ending. Leaves you wondering what happened, but also a very bad ending. I do not recommend that video game if you have ever had family or friends or anybody that, you know. Anyways, that's just yeah, it's really trashy ending that they would do it that way, but it is what it is. But the game was super scary, and it was also a lot of fun to play with my daughter. We both screamed constantly because, you know, you'd be walking down a hallway and something would jump up and, you know, be right in your face at you. Anyways, this is like a choose your own adventure game. You can actually play, I don't know if it's this one or one of the other ones, but you can play with multiple people, one or two. I think it's two people. I think you and somebody else. Or is it more? Oh, 1 to 5. Sorry. So you can play up to 5 players, and depending on what you do, can affect whether or not they live. So I think that's a pretty neat concept. And the last PS4 I picked up is Detroit. This is Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. Did my phone just chime? It is 9:10 at night. Why am I getting this many messages? Anyways, this has 3 games in here. I know I remember paying $30 for this thing because this was not on a Black Friday sale. It was very disappointing, but you get 3 games for $30. That's $10 a game, brand new in the box with the case, which is part of the reason I got it. I probably could have picked these games up for about $20, maybe $25, saved a few bucks, but it's brand new and it has this case. I like this. I think this is neat because if it's ever worth anything one day down the road, this would be worth more than the games individually. But again, I'm not buying them for an investment. Video games are not an investment. Remember that. Moving on from there, PS5. Look at that, brand new. Woo, that's a lot of heat. Starting with Banisher. This was one that says Ghost of a New Eden. I have no idea if it's any good. Life to the living, death to the dead. I don't know. Picked this one up at Best Buy. I think my disc is loose. Picked this up at Best Buy on their Black Friday. This is A Quiet Place. Survive in Silence. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is The Road Ahead. I think this is based on the movies Quiet Place, where like there's a bunch of clickers, kind of like well, I say clickers because that's from The Last of Us. But anyways, hopefully this is really good because it looks really good. And it was like 50% off, and then I had like a bunch of Best Buy rewards. I got so many games at Best Buy for free because I had so many reward points stacked up from so many things that I had purchased for myself, my kids, friends, whatever else for Christmas presents. This is Yuri Kill. This is for the PlayStation 5. This is like a shmup kind of game, but it's like an RPG shmup kind of thing. RNG Gamer was talking about it. That's all I remember. And I was like, well, I'll try it. I'm not a huge RPG fan, but I do like shmups, and this was on a really good deal. There's another one I picked up was Control. This one I got on Amazon. This is the Ultimate Edition. This is a game you'll be talking about for generations. I don't believe that. Blending open-ended environments with the signature world, building and storytelling of renowned developers, yada yada yada. Experience the next generation game with increased visual fidelity. It doesn't even tell you what the game's about. I had to watch videos about it, but it looked really, really good. So I figured, you know what, if it goes on Black Friday sale, which it did. If you remember the House of Medina that we talked about, this is the House of Ashes. This is part of that same series. I'm looking forward to playing it as well. Another choose your own adventure kind of thing, survival horror. Speaking of survival horror, we got Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation 5. There is, unfortunately, a loose disc inside, but I'm going to open it and play it anyway, so I really don't give a crap if the disc is loose or not. Another one that showed up a couple days ago that I completely forgot that I had ordered is this one's called White Day 2. This is like where you're going around with like your camera, and it says expose the lies that were told. Return to some high school in search of the dark truths that remain hidden. Investigate bizarre phenomenons, and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. I think it sounded really good. This is the sequel, though. There is another one. I haven't been able to get a good enough deal on the first one, so I might have to bite the bullet on it, but eventually I'll find it. Speaking of getting good deals, Astrobot. I've been holding off to buy this because I should have held off on Silent Hill 2. I did not because I was super excited to play it. But I never got a chance to finish Madison until just probably like a week or two ago. And then I started playing Silent Hill 2 only to see that it went on Black Friday sale for like 30 bucks, which was heartbreaking because I spent $60 on it. So you can't always win, I guess. But this one I did. Astrobot picked it up for 30 bucks. Very excited about that. And my last PS5 game I picked up that everybody raved about is Hades. This is one of, I think it's a Metroidvania kind of game. It's just, everybody said it was really good, so I'm like, hey, let's try it. Got it on a Black Friday sale. Let's go. We have 2 left. 1 is in the mail. Actually, before we get to the last 2, I'm going to talk about these. Hide 'em Out. I am a huge fan of Hide 'em Out. If you don't know Hide It Mounts is a company that makes brackets that you screw to the wall that you put your peripherals in. You can put controllers, sit them on it. You can put your PlayStation 5, like mine, is hidden behind the television in the loft. You can put your Nintendo Switch, which is hidden behind the television in the loft. If I had an Xbox, guess where it'd be? Hidden on a Hide Mount behind the TV. I don't want to see things. I want to see the TV. I don't want to see cords. I don't want to see nothing. That's the way I am about it. And this is, I bought these because I think controllers are one of those things where they've gotten very expensive. Recently I picked up a PlayStation 5 for my son for his birthday. He wanted a black controller even though it came with a white controller, and so I said, okay, we'll buy you the black controller as well. It was $70. And that's for the basic PlayStation 5 controller. You go for that DualSense, Edge, Snoopy, Jurassic, Sega, Mario, Turtle Edition, square root of cube McDonald's pies, it was $250.
Wow, that's weird.
That's ridiculous. That is lunacy. But the standard controller in today's day is a good $50 to $100. You can display them with things like this. If you look on the side right there, you see how that thing shows those controllers are just being displayed by the television. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to run this down the side of my television. And I screwed up and I ordered 4 of these when not realizing that 2 come in each box. So I really only need 2, so I'm going to send 2 back. Sorry, Hide It Mount. It was poorly labeled on Amazon. It should have said box includes 2, because I bought 4 because I have 4 controllers. My PS5 controller, my PS4, my PS3, and my Switch controller. Little did I know it was 2. So now I have 2 extra boxes. So it's like $15 a box. So back to the store they will go so I can get my refund. Anyways, moving on to the last of today's pickups. First one we have is Blasphemous 2. This was one of those games that came highly recommended from many people. I have not played Blasphemy 1, so I'm going to leave this one sealed until I get Blasphemy 1. Just waiting to find a good deal on it. Don't want to pay a crazy amount of money for it. Couldn't find it on a good Black Friday sale. This one was on a good Black Friday deal, so I picked it up, where I will play number 1 before I play number 2. But the last thing I picked up, and if you've never checked him out, I highly recommend going to his channel and watching him, James Rolfe, Cinemassacre. I actually got one of his t-shirts as well. So James, thank you so much. I'm super excited to pop that on. It came with these RetroWare cards. First one here is a RetroWare for Toxic Crusader game of some kind. I've never seen it before. I don't know anything about it. But these ones I have. This one is called River City, and this one's called Iron Meat. Iron Meat is coming back out. At the time that you guys see this, it might already be out, because right now Iron Meat goes for well over $100 pre-owned. Well, I shouldn't say pre-owned. There's all these people that buy games and they just leave them sealed. I don't understand that. Play them. Prison City is another one that I saw was a good one, so I probably will buy both those at some point. This is Transylvania Adventure of Simon's Quest. I don't know if it's any good, but that's another one. And then the last one is Love 3, an Eagle Island Twist. And then on the back is an advertisement for James's AVGN game, which is what I bought off the Cinemassacre website. Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe for the Switch. Kind of my inspiration for 2025 is I want to do video game reviews, and I thought, well, fun would it be to be the opposite of what his character is. He's the angry video game nerd. I could be the happy video game nerd. I don't know if that's what I'll do or not. It depends on how much time I really have. I have well over 3,000 games in the collection, and I would love to do a review on all of them, but I started doing the math recently. 3,000 plus games, 365 days, I think that's like 8 years, maybe 9, and it's still growing. That's a video a day too. Anyways, the last and third Switch game that is coming, I'll tell you real quick about it. I ordered it because it was one of those weird ones that RNG Gamer was talking about, that I was like, let's try it. I don't understand why people say it's so scary, because it looks like an Atari game, but it's called Faith, some kind of Trinity thing or whatever it is. It's like a scary, again, it looks like looks like an Atari game. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of Madison a little bit. We'll try it out. We'll see if it's any fun. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's stupid. But at the end of the day, that's going to complete the Black Friday shopping pickups that I'm aware of for 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe button. Tell me down below what your favorite one of these pickups were. Again, I got all these on at least 50% off of what they normally go for, because it was just, things were going like this. 1 minute I was signed in, I saw, like I said a second ago, I saw Silent Hill 2 was $60, $65. The next morning I sign in, it's $30. The next day I'm going through and I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, oh, whatever it was, one of these games was like $40, and all of a sudden the next day it was $20. So it's like almost every one of these I picked up for 50% less than what it normally goes for, and quite a few that I picked up off of Best Buy, which was a good portion as well, probably 3 or 4. I got them for free because I had Best Buy bucks saved up because I'm a rewards member, and I had bought enough crap from them over the course of the last handful of months that it was just stackpiling up. So in any case, I'll see you guys next time for the next episode, which is going to be a big one because we're going over Limited Run.